Oh, I'm sorry. It's your grip. Oh, no problem.
You want a hat? All of that electrolyte powders.
recent or are we? Take it out there. Yeah. Nice shot.
Hello. Sound wasn't working.
Little less ice.
Trying to freeze.
Can't take that out, so all you can do is try to. Yeah, I'm gonna get no
By accident.
Yeah. I like the straight ball today.
accent.
Hello out there. We're on the air. This is your host, Ryan Olson, saying welcome to the championship game for the 2024 Hive Bonspiel, coming to you live from the Utah Olympic Oval in Kearns, Utah. This is the championship game between Team Hive Mind out of the Oval, and the other team is the A team. Or the A team? Depends on who you ask. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We will have live coverage as we continue to see how this game unfolds. This is Trevor throwing now for Hive Mind. We are in the second end. Trying to see what the score is. Looks like a tap there. And it does appear that Hive Mind converted the hammer in the first for the score of 2. Thank you for tuning in. So it's been a long weekend, but it's been very successful for these two teams. I definitely know Hive Mind went through pool play undefeated and won their quarterfinal last night and their semifinal tonight. As we see a member of the A team get set. I'll pull up names in a moment. So this is a draw. Turns out to be a guard. Actually, it's biting the top of the house. Looks like we have a tall skip for the A team. So to get to where they are, Hive Mind defeated the Stingers. They also took down Team Cornell, as well as Team Texas, which was my team, to advance to the A bracket. And then in the quarterfinal yesterday, they defeated Don't Take Them for Granite, which is the Rock. And then in the semifinal this morning, they defeated Grapes of Wrath 2, the Wine Country team. So it looks like they are sitting a lot of guards, but A team has one in the house, at least. I think they're going to try and draw. That's a little wide. So for the A team to get to the finals, they defeated a Rock Bottom on Friday. And on Saturday, they took down Inglorious Curlers as well as Read 'em and Sweep. So they were one of 3 teams going through pool play undefeated. The other was, of course, Hive Mind. And the other team to go through undefeated was Stita and Stones. So it looks like they were able to, A team was able to draw in another one. And Ken Pomeroy, the skip for Hive Mind, wants to blow it up. As David Hurst gets set in the hat. Looks pretty close. We'll get 1, and the shooter will roll wide out of play. So in the playoffs, A team faced off against Team Cornell, and won, of course. And then this morning in the quarterfinals, they defeated Inglorious Curlers. And that's where we find ourselves today, the championship game between Hive Mind and A team. This is the these would be new champions. The previous 2 champions of this event are not in the championship game, although the some of the players from 2 years ago, the first team, are still on the ice. That'd be the skip of Inglorious Curlers. As we see Stefan delivering the next rock for A team. So just to let you guys know the other games on the ice, the B final is between Park City Pirates taking on Stones in different area codes. And then the C final is between Read 'em and Sweep taking on Rock Bottom. And on sheet 2, the D final, which is kind of like a bronze medal game for the A bracket. It is Inglorious Curlers taking on Drapes of Wrath 2. David Hurst is in the hat for Hive Mind. I think just looking to guard that left side from this view. So we had 18 teams in the field this week. It's been a lot of fun. We had 4 days to get the ice ready, 4.5. Oh, look at that. It's around the top guard. I think it's going to kiss the guard that was closest to the house, but it rolls. The shooter rolls wide and definitely kind of closes the door for A team. As the skip for A team is Ray Heineman. And I think they're just looking to open things up. As Stefan Brems gets set in the hat. Right now it is A team sitting the 1 behind a Rock of Gibraltar wall there. And looking to move some granite here. Gets 1, and the shooter rolls on top of the yellow guard and does open things up. And actually, I think it works well for them because there's not really a great way for Pomeroy and Hive Mind to get to those yellow rusts to promote somehow. So it looks like they're going to try and draw at this point. Ken Pomeroy there gets the shot set. Some fun words on Sunday morning. So based on where they have the broom, I'm curious about if they're going to draw I think they're going to draw. Depending on how the ice is curling, we can see anywhere between like 1.5 feet to about 3.5 feet of curl. It really just depends on the ice conditions. We did paper the rocks at the start of the event, which I'm sure is making a difference. So definitely draw. Looks a little wide for what they wanted. Or it's a guard, so maybe that's exactly what they wanted. So now Heineman and A team are looking what to do to try to get 2 here, and they're just going to keep drawing. I think they're going down this path, maybe saving the right side for their last. As Ray gets back to the hack, hailing from a place called AB. I know it's Alberta. They look similar to the Scotties and the Briar leather jackets this past year, but I think this is a previous incarnation of the uniform. Stefan's holding the broom, looking for a draw. Delivery looked pretty smooth. Let's see where it ends up. Let's tight to the guard. Let's see if it'll get around. Around the guard. Now it's needing to make sure it gets buried. It's not going to get there. So our ice started off pretty fast at the start of the weekend, and it's gotten more conventional, I guess would be the phrase. We are an arena club. This is arena ice. It's very good arena ice. As we are the host of we're the training center for U.S. speed skating. So they definitely make sure they have great ice conditions, albeit for speed skating. But we do get to benefit from the great water conditions, really excellent ice technicians, and a whole lot more great temperatures, dehumidification. We did spend a good amount of time making sure the ice was level. Broom down, and Pomeroy's looking to. Based on Trevor has the broom, I think they're going to try and just draw and guard the path on that right side. So Ken Pomeroy is making some last-minute adjustments. Looking for a guard. Maybe not. Based on the turn, it's not going to be a guard. I think he was trying to go through the ports. It's going to crash. It's going to wick and roll wide right. And so that definitely opens the door for A team to respond with a deuce of their own after giving up 2 without the hammer in the first end. So that was pretty quick for Heineman to get the broom down as he makes his way back to the hack. We've had a pretty good number of fans this weekend in the stands and also in our rink-side tavern, as it were, having some refreshments and people able to watch the action. We also have what was called a Oh My Heckle sheet, where people could make fun of people on sheet 6 respectfully. So the shot's coming down the way. This looks like it's a little tight. It does crash on that guard and spins just into the pile. So just a single for A team. So Hive Mind will take a 2-1 lead and the hammer into the third end. We'll be right back in just a moment when we return to the championship game of the 2024 Hive Bonspiel, coming to you from Oval Curling Club.
It's just doing the same thing though. On the way out, now it's not coming back.
Weights up a little bit. Maybe fighting eight.
We are back to our coverage of the Hive Championship game. So we this whole video setup's a one-person show. So sometimes if I had to make an adjustment, I had to step off the ice briefly. As we see, Nick Castillo deliver the rock for A team. Both teams are sitting one. A team is shot biting the forefoot. Looking for a takeout shot, then it's gonna just nose it. So now A team is sitting 2. And it looks like Pomeroy's gonna go for a thin cross house double, which also sounds like a hamburger special at the diner. cross house double. As Trevor Durst gets set to deliver. Looking for that in off double takeouts. This looks close. It's going to get one. Going to roll across and just kiss the other stone. Red is still shot, but yellow's in a great position. So Ray's just looking to close the door there. So I think he's from Alberta. Just a crazy, crazy hunch. As Nick Castillo gets set, he's from San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. I think just looking to guard here. It needs to curl a bunch. They might be looking for plan B as Ray jumps out to help. They're going to get a almost full 8 foot, maybe full 8 foot. From here, from our scorers table off the ice, it looks like it's a full 8 foot. And so I think Ken wants to try the double again. Just kind of coming out with the different rotation. What's a different rock too? So Ray appears to like standing in front of the camera, as does Ken. Looks pretty good. This gets one, and the shooter will roll just towards the center line, it appears. So, a curling club fun fact. A sizable number of our club's leadership is in our championship game here. Drew, Trevor, Stefan, and Ken are all part of our club's leadership. We have an advisory committee that kind of oversees our club management. As Stefan throws the ruck here. This is over curling a bit. So maybe looking for a plan B. Ooh, this could be a bit of a disaster. Ooh. Okay, so a teeny tiny disaster. I say that because the shot stone, the shooter rolls to stick around for shot, but it is exposed. And so Ken Pomeroy is wasting no time putting the broom down to hit that red out of the way. We're going to call this a Visine shot. We're going to get the red out here. Holding the line, it gets the red out. Score one for Visine or Red Eyes. Not a sponsor of this event. Although if they want to, they are more than welcome to pitch in. So it looks like A team is chasing a little bit here. They don't have the hammer, so they need to find a place to hide. So Stefan's also the vice president of our Mountain Pacific Curling Association, our regional curling group. So looking for a hit and roll. Needs to hit it pretty thickly to stick around. And just a little too thin. It's going to roll through the house out of play. So now Pomeroy and Hive Mind are sitting 2 in a pretty good position there as David Hurst is getting set in the hat. Pomeroy is just looking, I think, for a place to put a third one perhaps, or to block or kind of guard the 2 that they have. At the end break, I'll go around the rings and update you guys on the action on the other sheets. But we got a barn burner here on sheet 4 here at the oval. So the broom's down. I don't know if Ken is tall, if he just has a really tall hat. Looks like they're looking to draw to the left wing here. This could be a little deep. This could give A team a bit of an opportunity here. And they're just looking to bring it back. And it settles in the back 12-foot area. And for people who are new to the game, which could be people, could be you, the circles start out 12 feet wide, and they move in like by 2 feet. So the white circle is 8 feet wide, the blue circle is 4 feet wide, and the button is 1 foot, although sometimes, depending on the club, it can be 2 feet. And the T line can be used as a ruler. The T line is the center, is the line that crosses the house horizontally from this view. So you can use the T line as a bit of a ruler based on where you put the broom.
Now they're in front of all our stuff.
Going from the center out, the edge of the blue circle is 2 feet, 4 feet for the white circle, or 6 feet for the red circle or the green circle. So you can use it to kind of determine how much the rock is curling. Because Stefan gives a target for Ray to hit, but there's always going to be curl on this one. It's always going to move left or right. And so the good captains or skips are going to try to figure out how much the stone is going to move or curl. And so it looks like he threw a heater. Let's see where it ends up. It's going to hit, maybe to 2. Oh, it just scoots under that other yellow. The shooter rolls out of play, and it is Hive Mind sitting 2. So again, people who are new to the game, I will try not to be at NBC Sports and like read the rules of curling. However, just as a reminder, the team that's closest to the center of the house at the end of the round or end gets scores. You know, they get 1 point for the first rock and an additional point for each rock until the first opponent's stone. And so if the end were to conclude now, Hive Mind would be sitting 2 and scoring 2. So broom's down. Pomeroy's making his way back to the hat. Trevor's got the broom down. I think looking to draw another one in is my guess for the call here. The facility that we're playing in was the venue for the 2002 speed skating in the 2002 Salt Lake Olympics. And it seems likely that this venue will host the long track speed skating again in 2034. Nothing's official until the International Olympic Committee announces the host city, and that's an announcement that's expected as early as July. It also was kind of announced last week that curling is likely not to return to Ogden where it was in 2002. They're planning on building a temporary facility or venue in the Salt Palace Convention Center in downtown Salt Lake. That's right downtown in the heart of the action next to Delta Center. Also the Mills Plaza, and where they're planning to do extra snowboarding and big air competition. So a lot of potential excitement happening in downtown Salt Lake for the 2034 Olympics. I hope to be there. And I hope you guys can join us.
Mike here's
I know.
So now,
family. Ken and Trevor's in.
Hive Mind's in a bit of a A-Team's in a bit of a jam.
Hope you're enjoying the game.
As this is their last rock without hammer, facing 3. This could be a big number here for Hive Mind, depending on where Ray parks his red rock here. I think they're just looking to draw on top of that yellow in the back and be happy to give up 1, maybe 2 or 3. Oh, they're calling it audible. Eric's shaking his head. That was trouble for A-Team. Because if Pomeroy just taps that out, they're scoring 4. And that is what we call a crooked number in the business. I think that was sponsored by the scoliosis industry. So, I remember the back checks in school, so I imagine it's a very serious condition. So if people's health is important. Also, it's important is a shot for Hive Mind as Pomeroy gets set in the hack. Dirch has the broom down. Here we go. Sitting 1 with a chance for 4. This looks pretty good. Needs to make sure it doesn't overcurl. It looks really solid. And on the money, that is 4 for Hive Mind. And they opened up the game here in the third end. But A-Team has a hammer and a chance to bounce back here in the fourth end. We'll return to the action in just a moment, but let's recap what's happening on the other sheets. As I entered the password on my phone. So on sheet 2, still need to enter my password. So sheet 2, the contest between Inglorious Curlers. They're playing with red rocks, taking on Drapes of Wrath with yellow. They're in front of the scoreboard. It looks like they were tied after 2. I don't know if they scored. They're playing the 4th, so I don't know if they scored in the 4th. And then on sheet 3, between Park City Pirates from Park City, Utah, facing Stones in different area codes. It looks like Park City Pirates scored singles in the first and second end. They're playing the 4th end right now, so I don't know if they scored. But after 2, it was Park City up 2-0. And of course on sheet A, our feature sheet, It's a Hive Mind up 6-1. And then on sheets number D, we have Reedham and Sweep taking on Rock Bottom. It looks like they just finished their third end. The yellow team is up 4-1. And that yellow team is Reedham and Sweep. So Reedham and Sweep's up 4-1 over Rock Bottom. We'll keep you updated as we go along. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, once again. We definitely love the sport of curling, and we're super happy to share it with everyone. So we are now returning to our feature sheet coverage as Drew Smith throws the rock. Such insightful commentary. This person's throwing a rock. It is going to be a biter in the, actually it's a full 12-foot. So it looks like Trevor's going to do some cleanup for Hive Mind, as Ken had the broom down for a takeout. Ken's the president of our club, by the way. Just a shout out to him and everyone in our leadership and everyone in our club. We had a great winter season, and we're looking forward to upcoming spring season. And also just a shout out to our curling coordinator, who kind of manages the club with the Oval facility, and that's Kara. So just really strong leadership, and hopefully we can keep growing the club and hopefully grow one day to a dedicated ice facility, aka the dream. So Nick's rock is away. What's that? All right, so welcome back. Joining me in the broadcast booth is one of our ice techs, and was also just on the ice in the semifinal games. This is Brandon, and say hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the event. So I know you've been doing ice. I think you maybe just came back from doing ice, so you haven't been able to watch much of the game, but what's it been like to be part of the competition this weekend, just in general, as we kind of catch up on how these two teams are doing?
It's been great competition. It's a lot of good teams out there, equally matched. The ice has been really good. We've been happy with how that turned out as well.
I mentioned that we got like 3.5, almost 4 days of ice prep.
Yeah, the Oval helped us out and gave us ice for Monday. We were able to get some floods and a bunch of time to get the ice dialed in as best we can here.
So this, I think they were trying to do a takeout, but this is going to be a little, oh, it curled up pretty well. It clips it. And then the shooter's going to roll to the bottom of the 8-foot. So A team is the Red Rocks. And they're trying to climb out of a hole with half the game to go.
Yeah, it's what's Ken calling here? Looks like he just wants to draw in top 4, top 8.
As we see Dave Hurst delivering the stone, let's see how his line goes down the ice. I do like this view, this kind of over-the-shoulder view. You can really, oh, they're going for the takeout. So it clips it and pushes it and jam. So we need some peanut butter with that jam.
We got the catcher's mitt in the back now.
So Hive Mind has 2. It looks like they're both shot here. As we look at the full screen view that we have here. We don't have overhead cameras. If we had like all the money in the world, I would find a way to get overhead cameras.
I just talked to Derek. He told me we can take the boom lift and put cameras up if we want. We got to run 300 feet of cable though.
Oh man. Well, the other thing is that this is a wireless setup, so to try and figure out how to get this to work with a wired operation, it adds a level of complexity. Just as trying to get mics plugged in was a complication today. So got rid of the Yellowstone, but the shooter rolls wide. So now Palmer is just going to make a play on the stones in the back. As David Hurst, yep, calling for a peel weight, it looks like. And so I was saying, like, Ken's wearing a really tall hat. He's not normally that tall, right?
Eh,
I mean, he's
fairly tall.
Yeah.
Are they trying for the little wiggle double there?
Let's see here. Just one and rolls on top of the other red.
Pretty good outcome right there.
Oh yeah, totally. I would take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Which is great because we were playing on Sunday, so. So Heineman has the broom down as Stefan Brems makes his way down the sheets. And I think just looking at, just to unlock that yellow that was placed there. Ooh, wow. That was a nice, like, tick, peeled it out. So now it is A team sitting the 1 red, but maybe not for long if Pomeroy has his way.
I guess Ken's going to try and lose the shooter as well on this and leave it open.
So with the scoreboard being what it is, oh, I got the score a little wrong. It's 6-1. My bad. So, I mean, a blink is okay here, but you'd probably still want to go for a force, right?
They're lined up for a hit. They may do a hit and stay. Blank, there's nowhere to hide. They'd have to draw into it, open house. So either way, the outcome is pretty good.
Sounds like they wouldn't want control here. So it hits it right on the schnoz. And now we went from just a few rots ago, 2 red A teams to now, Ken sitting 1.
One in the back and trading hits now.
Yeah. For A team, I definitely think the blank is on if they can manage it.
I would think so.
Just try to, carry the hammer to another end and try to get multiple scoring opportunities. Although Pomeroy does not give up multiple points very easily.
No, not this weekend at least.
Pomeroy, this formation, or most of this formation, is one of the traveling teams that the club has. It's not like a formal designation. It's just the teams that have just kind of started to form up and go to competitive bonspiels and stuff. So they've been playing as a unit for much of a year. Okay, this is going to roll wide. Well, I mean, it hits and the shooter rolls out, to be precise.
And we got the clear end. I'd imagine they're going to draw out to the edge for the harder takeout, harder blank.
And I was noting on the broadcast earlier, and you working with the ice a lot more than I did. I personally saw anywhere between like 1.5 to 2 feet to like 3.5, 4 feet of curl on these rocks, on these sheets. Is that kind of what you saw, or?
Yeah, it's very dependent on how much handle people were putting on, but anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 feet was pretty common, which is better than we usually get here at the Oval during league play. So
I did mention that we papered the rocks. It will be interesting to see how the rocks perform on our normal arena ice, though.
Yeah, we'll see if it takes care of any of the falling issues. I doubt it. We doubt it.
I did mention that we have a lot of great elements thanks to being here at the Oval, the home of U.S. speed skating. But we also share speed skating, and that adds its own wrinkles to the ice performance and stuff.
Yeah, they during the practice for speed skating, they dump tons of water on the ice in the corners, so it creates its own challenges for us for sure.
So mission accomplished for Pomeroy. They're going to try and peel it, but I mean the miss is to be a little wide, because if you hit and stick, it's better than missing tight and narrow and giving up one. You don't want to flash it, in other words.
Yeah, with the broom he has, it's like they're almost drawing to it, though. They're just drawing for one.
That's going to be a tough strategy to come back from. because if you're giving up multiple points, it's only being forced to singles. But
yeah.
It is an even end, though, so maybe they're saying take the point now and try to force on their own with their last.
Could be. That definitely is draw.
Needs to curl a bunch. It looks there. It looks pretty good. Well, Stefan's coming out to help now. Ooh. Uh-oh. This is going to... Let's see what happens. It may have over-curled. We might have to go... A measure might be necessary. Well, they kicked it, so they know what the score is. So I will find out in just a moment what that could be. So while we have a moment, why don't you tell us about your Hive Odyssey for this tournament? Because I didn't mention my Hive. I'll mention my Hive Odyssey in just a moment, just kind of like how my record was and kind of our experience. And if you wanted to, we were on different teams, so if you wanted to reflect on your experience, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we had a 1-1 record through pool play. Played some really tight games. All of them came down to the last stone in the end. All the games I played, so they were all really tight games.
Wow.
And tight game against Carl, which makes any of us at the Oval here happy.
Well, the other thing that also was kind of interesting this weekend is that you had some of the old familiars, like the stronger teams in our club, do really well, but you also had other teams that were kind of on the bubble, and they actually had really great weekends and stuff. I'm thinking of like Sick and Stones. You know, they went through pool play undefeated, and like some of the other teams, like you would not expect to win more than a handful of games, and they did super great.
Yeah, definitely. Jacob and Margaret with her brother in town have been playing awesome in the B event final here. Traveling from the East Coast or up in the Midwest from Minneapolis, making it out here, so that was nice to see. And it's cool to see some of the traveling teams here as well.
Oh yeah. Well, just thinking about it, we have a Heinemann from Alberta. I assume, just based on the Alberta jersey and the Canadian apparel that he wears.
All of you guys go up to the cross-border spiel, so.
Oh, yeah. And that's at a club outside of Calgary around Labor Day weekend for the U.S. and stuff. As we see Drew Smith's next rut come down the way. Okay, let's see if they put the score up. They did not. I want to go yell at them sometimes. So
it's always easier than when you're sitting out here.
We're behind glass though, so we'd have to like open the door and say like,
There's a point.
we do have the officials like ports, I guess, where the ref would go over and talk to the ice official and stuff. Minor penalty for tripping. And we see Jerry St. James with his second, I believe. Hive Mind has the hammer. So my odyssey for the Hive was I was skipping a team from Texas, although I haven't lived in Texas since 1987. But I think it still counts. They definitely were a fun group. We had a 1-3 record, but it was a lot of fun, and I think they made a lot of improvement and growth along the way. And they're just here to really experience Utah, so I think it was all around a good experience.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun stuff to do here. So I'll take in some of the other Olympic sports we have in the area as well.
They went bobsledding, so
there you go. There's one of them.
The bobsled track was still in, but I think it's coming out or being melted out after this weekend. So they got one last chance. Also, if you have a chance to come to Utah for the Hive in future years, the ski slopes are usually open until mid-April.
Yeah, the end of April.
Yeah, so if you want to do some late season skiing, which I don't do it, but you're not going to do fresh POW, as it were, but at least
there's 20 inches of fresh snow this morning up at Alta.
I take it back. We did have some cold weather. A couple storms did blow through, so yeah, 20 inches. Wow.
Yeah. Good skiing today.
But we're on the flattest slope on Earth, the oval.
They call it the fastest ice on Earth.
Oh, no, that's a better catchphrase.
For speed skating.
Yeah. Not the flattest slope on Earth. The bar is open, but I haven't been indulging. But so it's great to have this ice, but it's also kind of funny and sad that we clear this up, and then like as soon as we're done, they bring the Zamboni on, and it's just kind of like a.
Yeah, I try and leave the building before that happens.
It's just I don't know. It's like seeing like a lumberjack cut down your favorite tree from your family house and stuff. But while we have it, we definitely do our best to enjoy it. And hopefully you guys can some too. This is brought to you by the Hive 2025 event committee. I don't know.
We're working on that one. Well, thanks for having me with you, Ryan.
All right, you're going to take off?
Yeah, I got to go finish a couple last-minute duties, and then I'm taking off.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Brandon. Definitely appreciate it. And hopefully see you down the road.
Definitely.
Returning to the action here, Trevor is about to deliver, just like the postman. Looking to go through, actually it's going to hit the red, and the shoe is going to roll undercover. That was a great hit and roll. It's also kind of fun as a club curler to like call for a hit and roll, and either the stone misses or it just noses the shot and doesn't roll at all. So to see teams execute a hit and roll is really nice. Looks like A team's dialed up a hit here. Looks pretty close. No sweepers on it. It does kick the red to the center open, and the shooter rolls wide. I don't know if that's the shot they wanted, because that red is open, and so Pomeroy can just pick it out like a cherry, which I think is our state fruit. It's kind of fun talking about our state symbols. Our new state flag has a beehive like the old flag did, but also has now mountains and like red rocks and everything. It's really cool. So much so that we incorporated it into our new club logo. As it looks like they are going for the takeout here. Let's see if it's on the money here. Really close, right on the schnoz, just a slight roll. And so now, just like that, Palmer is sitting 3. I don't think that fourth rock on the left side is touching. So it appears that Brems is being asked to now do a double takeout. Gets one, the other yellow jammed, and then the shooter itself is going to roll to the wings. It's going to sit on the edge of the 12-foot ring. So after this game, we're going to do a medal ceremony. I'll bring one of the cameras and position it to the ringside tavern, where we will do the presentation. It sounds like they're just going to put another one in. This is a dangerous situation for A team. They don't have the hammer, and they only have one in the house, and it's not counting. So Pomeroy is just going to put another one. They said about T. And I think they're just going to kind of dare Heinemann to draw to it or hit and roll to it. This goes a little deep. It's going to settle in the 12-foot. Is it going to stick around? It does. And so now there's cover and rocks to work with. So Ray has Stefan put the broom down for a hit and roll. Wants to hit that yellow and then roll towards the center under cover. Weight's going to be a very important factor here.
I mean, Jacob asked the question.
So here we go. This is Heinemann's first here. In the 5th, so Heinemann did get that single. I said hit and roll. This is actually going to be a draw, but it needs to get there, and it needs to get buried. It's not going to do either. Really, it is shot, but it is exposed. And so Pomeroy is just going to pluck it out like an eagle soaring down and plucking a prairie dog off the plane. If you guys have phrases that you'd like me to use, or work on, appreciate the feedback. But that is a tasty target there for Hive Mind. some fist bumps. They're doing really well, as they have done all weekend long. One of the nice things about our camera setup is I can kind of shift the cameras around as needed. It is a bit of a weird process. So if this game were to conclude early, we might be able to shift to other sheets. But here is Pomeroy's first. Just looking for, I'm sure a solid nose hit. And mission accomplished right on the schnoz. And Hive Mind is now sitting 4. So they were looking at different draw paths. I think they settled on drawing on the left side from our view. Had a broom drop there. Ray gets set.
Thanks, Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
I think they said my name. All right, his shot's away. I'll be right back. Had a slight glitch, but we're back. That draw was made. What a great draw there by Ray Heineman. Is sitting shot. There is an angle raised there to score the 4 or 5 for Hive Mind. So a good effort, but is it going to be enough for the A team?
Just didn't finish it.
We need some BA. I forget the name of Mr. T's character. I know it's BA, but I forget the last name. But is Mr. T here? I don't know. He is a fan of the sport, though, which is awesome. Mr. T kind of cheered on Team Schuster in the 2018 Olympics. Called them just before the gold medal game. As Hive Mind's they're looking at the angles here. Try to line up the shots. It looks like they just want to hit it about 2 o'clock, as if the rock were at clock face. If they hit it about 2 o'clock, they should angle it back right on top of the red. I wonder if they were just concerned about a potential jam or wrecking on the yellow that's just right next to the other yellow. But he wants to hit the yellow that's right next to the broom. As Pomeroy gets sets. This is a big shot here for Ken. This looks really close. Is it going to be there? Just one. Okay, just the red out.
Nice shot, Ken. Nice
There's a bit of a shout there from Trevor, as it is going to be a score of 5. Count them up. And the teams are now shaking hands. So say hello to your 2024 Hive champions, Hive Mind. Jerry St. James, Trevor Dersh, David Hurst and Ken Pomeroy, congratulations. And congratulations to A team for making to the A final championship. The scoreboard does not reflect the intense battles that they fought this weekend. So I think they're deciding to just like maybe throw them back. So I'll check on that, and then I'll be right back, everyone.
I'm fine. I'm very tired.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then? Yeah. No, I tried to go work. Well, I have to say, hey, what's in this exhaust? That was it. I saved it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I talked to A team, and they were congratulating the other team for a great end. It appears they're going to play at least one more end to see how things go. So keep that champagne on ice for Hive Mind. So as we see Trevor throw his stone down the ice. And it looks like he just froze it right on top of the yellow shot. Hive Mind sitting 2 here. And we see Nick Castillo here, looking for a draw. I think just looking to move some stuff around. This is a bit wide, I believe. And it's going to settle in, actually it's going through the house. And so now with the free guard zone rule off, Ken is just asking for some clearing as Pomeroy got set, and Trevor pushes out of the hack. And it, oh, wow, that was potentially not great. So the shot was wide, and actually goes into the pile of yellows in the back, and gets rid of one, and it kind of dislodges the other, and so now it is still Hive Mind City 2, but the routes are now accessible. As Nick's second stone comes sailing into the top of the house, it's going to be close to a freeze, just a little short. And so I think now with David Hurst in the hack, Pomeroy has the broom lined up for that peel again. And shot is made, as the shooter will also roll out of play. So now for A team, the house is open. And so the question is, like, do you kind of go after the yellows now, or where do you put another red in? I think Ray is looking to just draw in as Stefan gets set. So looking at the draw on top, really close. It chips the red that was already in the house to the left, and the shooter rolls to the right. So there'd be I always say this, one of my running phrases, like, I think the double's there. They're not going to go for the double. I think they're just going to get rid of the yellow, perhaps, if they can. Just called for a bumper weight. Looks like it's a little wide, though. But it does chip out their own yellow, which may be the shot that they wanted. They perhaps wanted to get rid of their own. So now they can go full bore at the reds. And also now that I see the house more clearly, the double would not be a good shot, because the red that's on the right, if it were struck at the angle needed to get the other red, would probably jam on the yellow. So they know more than I do. So now Stefan's going to make a play on the yellow that's in the house. And the shooter will roll just inside a little bit. So A team's got something cooking here. But as we are now to skip stones, I think Pomeroy wants to move some rocks of his own as he makes his way down the ice. The broom's set up for a double. So if I were to use my catchphrase, I think the double's there. This would be the phrase. This would be the time to use the phrase, I think the double's there. Just watching his release, it looks really smooth. Called him off. Is the double there? Gets one out. The other red rolls to the wing, to the right, sticks around to the outer 12-foot there. So A-team, they have something cooking. Looks like they're sitting 2 still, split, and so I think they're looking to put another one towards the right side or the left side, to the left of Stefan's broom from this view. Keep the ring split, and maybe see if they can set up a 3 here. That's gray shots away. So this is going to, oh, it was a draw the other way, which made sense. So now Heineman and A-team are sitting 3. And this looks like they're looking to unlock those reds and slightly narrow the scoring area. Maybe they could get the double. But those rots from this view look pretty welded on. Just looking to get some granite moving. I think at least get rid of 1 to keep the scoring down to 1, 2, hopefully not 3 if you're Hive Minds. This is the last rock here for Hive Mind without the hammer here in the 6th. Looks pretty good to get 1 definitely. Does get the 1. The shooter rolls to the wing. Now, does it outcount the second stone on the edge of the 12-foot? I believe it does. So now A-team's going to do a draw for 2 as Ray makes his way down the ice. Talking things over. Seeing if I can read lips. Just a draw here for Heineman and A-team. Last rock here in the 6th end. Looks pretty good. Needs to make sure it's touching the 8 foot. And it looks like they've got it. And it is handshakes now officially. So everything I said at the last end still applies. Yeah, meet your 2024 Hive champions, Hive Mind. Congratulations to, again, Jerry St. James, Trevor Dersch, David Hurst, and Ken Pomeroy. Hard-fought weekend, but you know, for these 2 teams, they made it look easy, and definitely for for A team. They just kind of ran into a team that was on fire this weekend. They Hive Mind was on all cylinders throughout this weekend. But also the spirit of curling is also a wonderful thing, as you know, people are, the two teams are talking with each other, sharing their experience, and that's all what the Hive is about. Definitely appreciate you all tuning in. We still have a lot more to coverage. We have 3 other games still on the ice. So definitely kind of go around the rings, and we will choose a game perhaps to shift to. So looking at sheet number B, that is Inglorious Curlers taking on Drapes of Wrath. And it looks like the Drapes of Wrath One Country team is doing fairly well, as they are up 8 to indeterminate score. Dan Stephanie, the skip for the Drapes of Wrath 2, is in front of the scoreboard. So. All right. Well, I wait to see that on sheet B. Park City Pirates. This is probably one of the more competitive games. Park City Pirates from Park City taking on Stones in different area codes. They just sat down in front of the scoreboard too. Oh man. All right. So I can definitely tell you the score on sheet D. That is Reedham and Sweep taking on Rock Bottom. And Rock Bottom is playing with the Yellowstones. They are down currently 6-4 against Reedham and Sweep. So on sheet number B, it is Grapes of Wrath 2 up 8-2. It looks like they're almost done. We're to skip Stones in the 6th end on B. On sheet C, Park City Pirates. Looks like they just ended the end, so we'll catch up in just a moment. And then Rock Bottom and Reedham and Sweep. It does appear that Reedham was up again 6-4. No, sorry, Rock Bottom was up 6-4. So for the B final, Park City Pirates and Stones in different area codes. Looks like Park City was up, but Stones in different area codes put up 4 to open up the scoring. They are now up 9-5 in the 7th. So we're going to shift games. I'm going to pick a game to go to. We'll find out in just a moment which one I choose. So hold on a moment and we'll figure something out.
what I was wondering. No, 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 no.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our extended coverage, bonus coverage of the C event final between Rock Bottom in the blue, mostly blue jackets, taking on Reedham and Sweep. The game's been pretty close, although it does appear that Rock Bottom has been slowly pulling ahead. As I will bring the scoreboard onto the ice. Sweet. Just also to recap, if you're turning in late, Hive Mind of the Oval won the championship for the events, defeating the A team. And just happy to bring you this extended coverage here, as Rock Bottom is up 7-4 in the 7th end. As we see Elliott deliver the stone here. These are two oval teams facing off. I imagine they face off against each other a decent amount in the league. And looking at the situation here, I want to make sure I have the red team with the hammer, and I do believe that is correct, that Reedham and Sweep does have the hammer. Trying to get a situation in the house here, as they're talking about which broom, which handle to take for this shot here. Looks like they're looking to draw. Looks like Rock Bottom is shot right now, as the stone comes from Rock Bottom. I believe that's Kendra Castleton. And that does get over the hog line, settles in as a high guard, which I don't think guards that much, unfortunately.
Elliot, I need mine more than anything.
So Elliot is getting set in the hack for Reedham and Sweep. Oh no! I hope he's okay. He bounced back up, so definitely hope he's okay. And I'm sure he's not necessarily super enthusiastic to have that on camera, but it definitely paid off though, as they got rid of one of the reds. So rock bottom was sitting 2 actually.
The rule is only one of us should be able to screw up at one at a time. Last hit was 3 of them.
Brian.
So Paul has the broom down, I think looking to draw another one in. Okay, this is Kendra, I believe. I might have to double check the names in just a moment. As the next rock bottom curler pushes out of the hat. The set was heavy.
You're getting there. You got it, you got it, you got it. You got it.
And they got rid of the yellow Reedham and Sweep one that was just put in. So it is now rock bottom sitting to 1 under cover. And Reedham Sweep has the second shot. So that high guard that was put up a few minutes ago actually worked out really well for them. It looks like they're planning to draw in for Reedham and Sweep. As Mark Party makes his way down the ice. Looking for a draw, I believe.
Only for weight.
So it looks like they're pretty happy with the line, calling out just for Wade, although Stewart jumps up to help sweep. So I think they're definitely worried about the weights. And it does settle in the top of the house. It's not biting. So it looks like rock bottom just wants to put up a guard. Looks like if it goes a little deep, they'd be happy with it. As she gets sets. Looks pretty good. He wanted a pretty wide shot. Now the question is where it's going to stop. Looks like it's carrying a little bit as the sweepers just escorted it down the way. It's going to settle. Oh, ball jumped in to sweep it to the back 8. Actually full 12 foot. So it is a third shot. So it looks like Paul was calling it audible to make sure it was not a rock that would be easy for Reedham and Sweep to use. So they were looking at the other side, and then Stewart crossed over. So I think they're trying to draw that far side. Actually, plan B, plan C. As March gets set in the hat. This is also another Funny Pants team. There's a couple Funny Pants teams on the ice, including A-Team. I also think Stones from different area codes, pardon me, was also a Funny Pants team. And then just as a remembrance, the person that really kind of made the Funny Pants happen, the curler Ulsrud, he was recently inducted posthumously into the World Curling Hall of Fame.
Sorry, that moved a lot harder. Yeah.
So definitely well earned. And it looks like that the Freedom of Sweetstone did not accomplish much. And that was Thomas Ulsrud. I wanted to make sure I had the name correct. So it was Thomas Ulsrud, definitely got brightly colored golf pants and really changed the world with them, with him and Team Norway. Looking at our bonus coverage sheets, it looks like we're 2 skip stones, and they're talking about where to put the rocks for rock bottom. They're in a pretty decent position. They're sitting 1. I think they want to make sure they hold on to that 1. This is mostly a team shot. Looks like the lead or the second is hanging back, so at least someone from the front end is back to the delivery hack. So decision made. Paul Tanner is in the hat, looking for the draw. Going for a draw here, Paul Tanner. His first here without hammer in the 7th. This is heavy. They've kind of not had the weight dialed in for these last 2 rocks. And it goes through the house out of play. Kind of interesting that, rocks, they can maybe be slow to start and then they speed up. And then very rarely do we play a lot of ends where the rocks start to slow down over the travel paths. But that's something I definitely saw this weekend. So now the skip for read 'em and sweep. That is Stuart Bevan. Looking to draw on top of that red. I think ideally they would try and get multiple points here, but I think they maybe just want to get on the board and see if they can steal 2 in the 8th end. As Stewart makes his way down the ice. Stu to his friends. I hope you guys are having a great broadcast. The weather's been kind of snowy and cold outside, but the curling action has been hot. So definitely glad you were able to tune in today. It's been some fun games all weekend long. So maybe looking for a plan B to. It's over curling. So Mark called off the sweepers. And I think they want to make sure it's stayed high at the very least. That's a dangerous stone. Actually, the situation is that rock bottom is sitting 1 and 4, and maybe 6, or maybe 5, pardon me. But then Redom and Sweep is sitting 2 and 3. So if Redom and Sweep were able to get rid of that shot stone, they could score 3 points. So that's a dangerous situation for rock bottom. Definitely appreciate the enthusiasm from everyone. But also, I know that the teammates who I never met before this weekend, they were a great team. So definitely enjoyed playing with them. This is Paul's shot here, his last without hammer. And I think they want to make sure that they are set. This is carrying again. They're sitting down though, I think. So there's maybe some emotions there from rock bottom just about the line and sweep call there. So this again is a dangerous situation for rock bottom because they've lined up for the double. So if they make this double, I don't think they're going to keep the shooter. But if they make this double, it's 2, and if the shooter sits around, it could be 3. So a dangerous, dangerous situation for rock bottom, but an opportunity for Redom and Sweep down 3 here in the 7th end. This is last rock. Stuart Bevan. And chips 1, but it's going to be a steal of 1 for rock bottom. So they have a 4-point lead. But Redom and Sweep does have the hammer coming home. It does look like they are going to play it out, perhaps. And we'll be back in just a moment. We are back. We're watching the second rock for the lead for rock bottom. That's Ryan Tanner. As they are looking to, I think, draw around or put up a corner dart. So I apologize for this camera angle. There's only so much magic we can do in the time that we have allowed. So hopefully this will get the point across, though. As Anna Party is in hat. I think looking to try and draw around. Definitely need a lot of rocks in play for Read 'em and sweep. Looking for the draw around. It does look like it's going to be a smidge wide, although it looks like it's finishing really well. Needs to make sure it's in the house, and it does touch paint. Looks like it's good for shots. At the same time, we always say don't trust the overhead angles. This is definitely a situation where don't trust the overhead angles. So it looks like Paul wants to peel the guard. That's not doing rock bottom any good. As Jen Tanner pushes out of the hack. Looking for the peel. Think they made contact? They do? Are they going to do the other one? Well, they did the other one. It jammed, though. The shooter, or one of the rocks that was hit, rolled into the house. So that is now shot. And it does give Read 'em a sweep a target to aim at. I wonder if they would want it. Okay. My thought, to explain my thought process, I thought they could draw to the red that was just put into place, and then maybe go around the yellow next, but that would not work because rock bottom would probably just get rid of the open yellow. So as we see Elliot Loff with his first. And this is going to be a draw around. It's a little deep. It doesn't quite come back enough, but it is now good for shots. And Paul wants that top yellow gone to get access to the shot stone. As we see Jennifer Tanner's second shot. So it does clip the yellow guard, clear it, and then the shooter rolls to the house out of play after making some incidental contact with the red to the wings. Going around the rings while Elliot just gets set for his shots. The D final between Inglorious Curlers and Grapes of Wrath 2 has tightened up. Grapes of Wrath was up 8-2 at one point, but then Inglorious Curlers was forced to a single in the 6th and then stole 3 in the 7th, and now they're down 2 in the 8th and final end. So it's looks like it's 8-6 in favor of Grapes of Wrath. Looking at the feature sheet, or extended bonus coverage sheet, that is a team sweep right there, and it's good for second shots. And Paul is just going to probably call for some more clearing action. Sheet 3 has wrapped up. That was the contest between Park City Pirates and Stones in different area codes. It looks like it was tied after 7, tied at 8. And then the yellow team, whose name I forgot, unfortunately, pulled out with a deuce to win 10 to 8. So the rock bottom was able to peel one of the yellow stones. They lost the shooter, or they actually, I think, it jammed on the red in the house. They lost one of the reds, and so now Rita Masu was just trying to find any place to put those rocks and hold on. As Mark gets set. Looks like it floated a little wide. And it appears like I think it needs to be in the house. They need 4 here. All right, they can use it. It's not in the house. But basically for Paul, Tanner, and Rock Bottom, they just need to get rid of these rocks. As Paul and Jennifer coordinate their shot. On sheet D, it looks like they're just skip stones. And Inglorious Curlers needs to be sitting 2 when they're not right now. So this upright shot here for Rock Bottom does peel the guard. It crosses over the face of the other red. And does clear the rock for sheet B. The first skip stone for Inglorious Curlers is away. Over curls. So this might be it. Back to our bonus sheets. Mark shot is away. Stewart comes out to help. And this, again, needs to be in the house. And it looks like they'll get there. What another great sweeping job by that team. A really good sweeping, I think, from both teams. So again, all Rock Bottom needs to do is make these stones go away. Run a Reedman sweep out of stones. They have won the C event bracket. As Paul has a shot call, which is just get rid of the yellow rock. On sheet B, Grapes of Wrath 2 is throwing their stone. I think they want to try and get rid of the red that is still in play, but actually I think they're putting one on red on top. They had 2 yellows kind of clustered in the back 8 and 12. So now, in order for Inglorious Curlers to score, they need to move at least 2 yellow Grapes of Wrath 2 stones. All right, and then on our bonus sheets. Oh, goodness gracious. It jammed. So rock bottom did hit the yellow, but it promoted into the house. It jammed on the red, and the red went away. So when you look at takedowns like that, you should kind of look to see which turn might be better. And I think they did. All right, this is looking at sheet 2. Last stone coming from Inglorious Curlers. To stay alive, needs to move 2 stones to stay alive. It's got 1. Does he have 2? I don't think it's enough. Because it hit one of the yellows and it rolled onto the red in the back. And it's not enough, so Grapes of Wrath 2 is going to win the D event, which is actually kind of like it's like a bronze medal game, if that's the best way to put it. So Elliot's in the hack, and he needs to find a place to put one of these stones and stick around. They need there's 2 stones left. Every stone needs to count. Because if rock bottom is one of those stones to go away, it's over. So Elliot's stone's away. Elliot was not looking happy about that rock. And it looks like it's going to go through the house and out of play. And so that's going to be handshakes for both teams. Rock Bottom wins the C events, defeating Reedham Sweep by a score of 8-4. So congratulations to all the teams. Do stick around. We will have our medal ceremony in just a moment. We will reset the cameras and be right back with you. So don't touch that dial. Because dials exist on YouTube, right? We'll be right back.
Okay. Yep, sounds good.
So shot, honestly, shot of the game.
It is very close.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. The first game, down by 2, going to the last second game, down by 3, going into the 7th, 4-6. Wow. Third game, tied to captain, going to the last 7.
You guys were so dialed in, especially that back half. Everyone found their rhythm.
Fourth game, we start off really bad. We just slowly get a little bit better.
And it was hard because like Brian and Jen and I, none of us played Winter League because I had knee surgery and they both needed a break. So it's the first time we've been back on the ice since fall league, so we were not dialed. Yes, we were not dialed in the first few games. Today was great.
It worked into your advantage for sure.
When I get the carbon out of the car, you go. There's a little bit in this. I'll take a Diet Coke. A little bit more. That's not where the rock is. That's not there. Huh? Way too nerve-wracking. Yeah, it really did. Well, we just sucked.
It wasn't much better.
Alright, pull it off and I'm back at you. No, you've earned that shit. Those cheaters.
Everybody else gets medals. You don't get it. Jake gets happy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing is, in these games, like it's hard to say. Like I noticed, I do that. Like my yeah, exactly.
Check out.
Yeah, it's hard to stay with.
They did something at least.
I want my last our first one, 7. We had that talk.
I was home and
We always said this.
Alright.
That's it.
No problem. Could have been. Was yours the cider?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I lost 2 games. Ours was a full play game on the catch.
yeah. Well, we didn't play our best.
Yeah, we didn't show up, and there's a beer on account for you.
We were down 7 after.
Yeah, she knows. We didn't know we should walk
We
up.
came back. So we made this. We would still the game out of it.
We got 2, and then we stole 2.
Yeah.
Which was limited to how long I could wait.
And then we were real close on a few others. I made a really great shot to try to steal the
Yep. We didn't work for it.
for coming out. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. If you were playing in those last games, you get a medal, so we'll be announcing those in a second. A few quick announcements before we're done. I want to give a huge ups to our ice crew who did so much. Paul was helping, Ryan helped, everybody on our ice crew. The ice was about as good as I've ever seen in Utah. Is that right? Yeah. They're awesome. Give a big cheer for our bartenders, Eleni and Brett. They did great. So that was awesome. A couple other announcements before we start doing medals. If everyone here, when we are done, can help with something small for a few minutes, it's going to help all of us get out of here real fast instead of me, Stephanie, and a couple other people staying and doing even more stuff. So help with the ice, getting just the stones and all the stuff off there. You can help over here by helping us get tables down and chairs stacked. Would be a huge help. If everybody spends 5 to 10 minutes, we're out of here. Okay? Would super appreciate it. What else? I think that's about it, so we can start doing medals. All right, so let's do. Those ribbons are a little small. Okay, so good. Give that to Carl. We'll get his picture.
Cool. We go over there and watch things at that store.
Photos over here. Let's just do it like kind of have that once in a Hive.
I feel like we should switch the scoreboard down.
I got the ribbon? That's a ribbon. That's
no, it's not the ribbon, it's the peach syrup.
Oh, okay.
Well, then why did you do all right. The event is Race to Red Part 2 from Wine Country Training Camp. Thank you. There's that. Good job. Good job.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't. I just barely got my phone. No, sir. I'm in a medium, high, low. All right, ready? One, Houston Rockets. 1, 2, 42. 1, 2, 15.
All right, for our C event, our runners-up are Rita and Sweet.
There's a silver one. Yeah, I know. It's better. So we're going to pull us out and say it's gold. We won it all.
I'm still going to say we took second.
Good job.
We doing runner-up photos too?
So we took second and the last.
So
I go
medium, high, low.
I like that.
guys can do whatever you want. Yeah. Do whatever you want.
It's always a huge argument.
We wanted this. That's right.
I missed second place.
Our CFN winners are Rock Bottom.
What a medal's a medal. Yeah. So there you go.
I gotta go grab my monitor, so I'll be right back.
You sure? I got it over here.
It's too long.
I did you scratch out the start second, third place?
No, yeah.
They did well.
Alright, so I do like medium, high, or low.
For the longest time, like the best, they were all. And then it just said A, B.
Okay.
Yeah, we have this like
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going low. 1, 2, 3.
When we went to Phoenix or something, we lost. The same deal, we lost the last 3 games. And then they were sitting there and we were like, no.
In our B event, the runners-up, Park City Pirates.
It was
Good job. Good job.
Toss, I think.
I wanted something with
Same price.
Where is he? I can Second thought.
I know. I should have kept my eyes open.
Go back and crash it. Now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for. We don't board till about 8. 10:20.
I see it's
Weird. Return the car. I think that's a check. I don't think TSA is something. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to figure we're reading for about 7 hours.
Yeah.
We have so much time there.
The car first. Sorry, I don't get charged for the first car. I'll spend 10 grand. It's not a long flight. It's just no. It's about almost 2 hours.
I was just annoyed because like some planes don't leave the audiovisual thing on until like really late, but like as soon as we have to begin, they turn it on.
Oh, that sucks.
Up on the show platform.
Great pieces, and you put them all together and it's just
Real quick before our events, I have 2 more announcements coming up. One, I want to give a big thanks to our junior team who came. It's our first junior. So that was super awesome. Also, if you want any last drinks before we go, the bar will be open for just a couple more minutes after we're done. So last call is just right after we're done with medals, okay? All right, so...
Thanks, Travis. Let's hear it for Travis!
All right, last medal, our A event. the A teams.
Well, what the hell? We're done. Finish this ball. That's it. That's it. We can't take it home. Sit up, kid.
I would maybe something like the mountains or something. Original idea of like making the mountains out of inches. What is the reasoning? I like the flag. No, I like your flag. What was the reason? Because every state flag is blue with the same seal, so from a distance you can't tell the difference between all. So it's like, okay, we need something different. And then
we had the bear.
And finally, our A event and Hive Bonspiel winners, Hive Mind!
You're the only one who looks happy.
I'm not negative.
You're just like business as usual. Whatever. Okay. On to the next one.
I ain't carrying rocks though.
I was thinking a chair.
I may roll a full potato and roll it somewhere. That's about it. Yeah. Oh, we get like lunch. We had less
Go somewhere and take it.
Yes.
No, we're not ready. Give us
Give us some more water.
That's my desire for it.
Have a great job. Surprising that place we went last year.
Right. Once again, one big glass hand for all of our winners. You all did great. Thank you so much for coming.
No, the actual place.
And as soon as you're ready, start helping on the ice and over here. When you're ready, but do help.